Let's have a round of applause for Michael Smith. Well, at least tonight, we could honestly say we finally had a flyover before the start of our concert. I've been saying that for years because the geese always fly over, so I call that the Watertown flyover. But this time, it was legit, so that's really great. Please stand for the Star Spangled Banner. And I believe, Steve, am I right? This is the end? Yes. This is our last concert of the summer season, tonight. And we had thought about trying to get one in August. We have to work around Riverfest. And so that kind of took out some times that are available for us. And we start losing people to college and school activities and everything else that's starting up. So we decided to make this our last one tonight. So thank you for being here tonight. What a great audience and a beautiful night. So happy for this. Tonight's concert has the theme of space. If you remember, I mentioned this last time. And when we're talking about space, we're not talking about from me to you, we're talking about that. The thing that goes off to, as far as we know, infinity. The thing that does not end, the thing that holds incredible bodies of stars and planets and just all kinds of things that are up there, way beyond what our imagination could even come up with. And so tonight's concert, we tried to focus on that. And the titles all have something to do with the stars, the sky, the heavens. And so as All the Heavens Were a Bell was commissioned by the Waukegan, Illinois High School Music Department for their trip to New York City in the spring of 2002. It was composed by Jay Bull Cook as a tribute to the firefighters in New York City for their heroic efforts during the events surrounding September 11, 2001. And this is once again a salute from us to all the frontliners from what they've been going through the last few years. That was Betty Brown on the flute, so if you caught that early on in the piece. She's a visitor with us, coming all the way from the Lebanon Band. And glad to have her here. You'll see her a little bit later on. Consider the word dreamer. Sometimes the word describes that little boy or girl sitting in their classroom, but their minds are in a far, far away land. Sometimes the word is used to cast doubt on someone with some lofty goals or ideals. But sometimes the word is used for an inventor, a writer, a songwriter, or someone who is determined and goal-driven. But what is wrong with letting your mind go to a place where optimism, tranquility, beauty, and happiness reign? When you wish upon a star, fate is kind to the dreamer, and your dreams really do come true. This one gets a bit scientific. The Southern Cross asterism. How many of you know what an asterism is? There's a couple. An asterism is a basically simplest way of putting it, a pattern of stars. Okay, simple as that, a pattern of stars. The Southern Cross asterism is among the best known asterisms in the Southern Hemisphere. The Southern Cross asterism is composed of 5 bright stars with a crux being the brightest star. In fact, a crux is the 13th brightest star in the sky and is actually a group of stars. The Southern Cross asterism is shaped as a cross, or somewhat like a kite. It holds special importance in Australia and New Zealand, where the constellation of Crux can be seen throughout the year. The famous composer Herbert L. Clark composed our next selection and dedicated it to the Australians. Tonight we will feature my good friend, Mr. Bill Eddington, on cornet. This is The Southern Cross by Herbert L. Clark. Oh, it's a good thing I check names once in a while. Thanks to Bill for putting that together with us. Really outstanding. I knew when I was looking at the stars that that piece would be a really interesting thing to do. We haven't done something like that in a while. And so I thought I really needed to do it, and I knew that Bill would be just the one that could pull that off for us. So thank you for all your work. And to Rick Grothaus on clarinet, he's right over here. He didn't, in fact, the first time we read this, he didn't know there was a clarinet solo until he got to it. And he played it. It was like, wow, that's pretty good. I know I'd be lost at that point. Written between 1914 and 1916 by British composer Gustav Holst, The Planets is an orchestral suite that represents all the known planets of the solar system seen from Earth at that time, and their corresponding astrological character, including Jupiter and Mars. Mars, who is the bringer of war, is angry and ominous. As Holst's first movement, it represents the Roman god of war, Mars. The craggy rhythms and pulsing drum beats give the music a military feel. This is the first movement of The Planets, Mars. Another movement from Host's suite is Jupiter, the bringer of jollity. Thank goodness, after that last one, with Mars being so mean, now we have the bringer of jollity, Jupiter, as the round-faced, cheery uncle of all the planets and king of the gods. Jupiter is impressive and majestic. The swelling brass and the slow waltzing woodwinds are met with moments of poignant beauty in the glorious tune now known as I Bow to Thee, My Country. I think a lot of you will probably recognize it when you hear it. We will play a small portion of this movement. This is the hymn from Jupiter. So we're going to go back to the June concerts for just a minute and steal a little bit of music from one of those concerts. The piece of music was called Mancini! Exclamation point. But of course, there's one part of it that obviously fits with the theme, and that is Moon River. Moon River is a song composed by Henry Mancini with lyrics by Johnny Mercer. It was originally performed by Audrey Hepburn in the 1961 movie Breakfast at Tiffany's, winning an Academy Award for Best Original Song. The song also won the 1962 Grammy Awards for Record of the Year and Song of the Year. This is Moon River. And another one that is quite obvious, at least to me, that we need to be doing, actually could come just about from anything related to space that was written by John Williams. And so, of course, we could not do a space-themed concert without the music of John Williams, who brought us the music for the Star Wars series of films. This is the Star Wars main theme. On December 11th, 1987, President Ronald Reagan signed into law Federal Bill S-860, which says, "Be it enacted by the Senate and House of Representatives of the United States of America in Congress assembled, that the composition by John Philip Sousa entitled The Stars and Stripes Forever is hereby designated as the National March of the United States of America." And one of the iconic portions of this march is the famous piccolo solo. In tonight's performance, we'll have a bit of a surprise for you. Let me please introduce you to Jeremiah Wilson that teaches at Calvary Baptist here in Watertown. Guess what? He's our oboist, but he's also, his major instrument is flute. So it kind of is interesting that he becomes our oboist, and he's great at it. Next to him is Betty Brown. Betty Brown, I already mentioned to you, is the co-director of the Lebanon Band, teaches flute and music throughout the area in parochial schools. Next to her is Vicki Larson, very well-known flute teacher here in Watertown. I think she's in the Euterpe chorus. A lot of people know Vicki. And then on the end is Becca Gentile, the Watertown Municipal Band's very own piccolo player. And we'd like to thank them very much for coming in and doing this for us.
Thank you very much.
Have a great summer. Look forward to seeing you next year. Thank you.